Right now, a war has already begun, but there are no bombs falling from the sky, no soldiers marching through ruined cities, no mushroom clouds on the horizon. Instead, the battlefield is invisible. It lives inside your phone, your algorithms, your news feed, your search results, your economy, your thoughts. And the terrifying part is this: most people won't even realize they're fighting in it. Because the first AI war will not be about destroying cities. It will be about controlling reality itself. And once that starts, civilization may never be the same again. For thousands of years, war followed simple rules. You needed armies, weapons, resources, land. The stronger civilization usually won. But artificial intelligence changes something fundamental about human conflict. For the first time in history, a nation may not need to physically attack another nation to destroy it. Instead, it could quietly destabilize its economy, manipulate its population, collapse trust, paralyze infrastructure, rewrite truth without firing a single bullet. And this is not science fiction anymore. It is already beginning. Problem introduction: to understand why AI changes warfare forever, we need to understand one uncomfortable truth about human civilization. Modern society is unbelievably fragile. At first glance, civilization feels permanent. Cities glow at night, satellites orbit Earth, billions of people communicate instantly. Food arrives at supermarkets every day. Banks move trillions of dollars every second. It feels stable. But underneath that stability is a gigantic invisible web of systems: electric grids, shipping routes, financial networks, cloud servers, water treatment plants, air traffic systems, supply chains, hospitals, communication infrastructure. Most people never think about them until they fail. And the more advanced civilization becomes, the more interconnected it becomes, which also means the more vulnerable it becomes. 1,000 years ago, if a kingdom lost communication, people still farmed food. Today, a coordinated digital disruption could freeze entire economies within hours. No trucks, no banking, no logistics, no internet, no trust. Modern civilization runs on information, and AI is becoming the most powerful information weapon ever created. But AI is not dangerous because it is evil. That misunderstanding distracts people from the real threat. The real danger is scale. Humans are slow. A human can manipulate one person at a time. Maybe a few thousand through television, maybe millions through media. But AI systems can influence billions of people simultaneously. Every click, every recommendation, every headline, every emotional trigger, optimized, refined, personalized, constantly learning how humans think, not in decades, in real time. And whoever controls those systems gains something terrifying: the ability to shape collective human behavior. Escalation: imagine waking up one morning and discovering your country is collapsing. The stock market crashes, emergency systems fail, mass panic spreads online, millions of fake videos flood social media, government announcements contradict each other, banks stop responding. Power grids flicker, nobody knows what is real anymore. Now imagine this chaos was not caused by missiles, but by algorithms. Thousands of autonomous AI systems attacking simultaneously. Not with explosions, but with confusion. Because modern wars are increasingly becoming wars over perception. If people stop trusting institutions, societies become unstable. If citizens stop trusting elections, democracy weakens. If populations become emotionally exhausted, fragmented, and paranoid, civilizations become easier to control. And AI is extraordinarily good at exploiting human psychology, because humans are predictable. We like outrage, fear, tribal identity, confirmation bias, emotional stimulation. AI systems learn these patterns rapidly, not because they hate humanity, but because engagement is measurable, and measurable systems are optimizable. This already happens on social media. Algorithms discover which emotions keep humans online longest. Anger spreads faster than calm discussion. Fear spreads faster than nuance. Outrage spreads faster than truth. Now imagine these same systems intentionally weaponized during geopolitical conflict. An AI could generate millions of personalized propaganda campaigns instantly. Different lies for different people. different emotional triggers for different groups, perfectly tailored manipulation. One population might see fear, another sees rage, another sees nationalism, another sees hopelessness. And all of them believe they arrived at those conclusions independently. That is the terrifying evolution of information warfare, not forced obedience, engineered perception. But propaganda is only the beginning. The real revolution comes when AI gains autonomy. Historically, cyberattacks required human coordination. Humans wrote malware, humans chose targets. Humans analyzed weaknesses. AI changes this completely. Future systems may autonomously scan entire countries for vulnerabilities in real time. Power plants, hospitals, airports, water systems. Traffic control, telecommunications, millions of targets simultaneously. An AI system could test thousands of attack strategies every second, adapting continuously, learning from failures instantly. Human defenders cannot compete with that speed. Because biology has limits, machines do not get tired, they do not panic, they do not sleep. And once autonomous systems begin fighting autonomous systems, conflict accelerates beyond human comprehension. This creates a terrifying possibility. Humans may no longer fully control war. Not because machines become conscious, but because decision-making becomes too fast for humans to participate meaningfully. Imagine two rival nations using defensive AI systems. One system detects a potential threat. Milliseconds matter. Waiting for human approval risks catastrophe. So the AI responds automatically. The opposing AI interprets that response as escalation. It counterattacks instantly. Both systems continuously react faster and faster. Within seconds, enormous geopolitical consequences emerge before humans even understand what happened. This is sometimes called hyperwar, conflict moving at machine speed, and machine speed is fundamentally incompatible with human psychology. Humans evolved for spears and tribal conflict, not algorithmic escalation across global infrastructure networks. Deep exploration, but to truly understand the first AI war, we need to go deeper. Because the greatest battlefield may not be infrastructure, it may be reality itself. For most of human history, reality was relatively stable. You trusted your eyes, your community, your local environment. Even propaganda had limits because creating fake information was difficult. But AI destroys that limitation. Soon, AI-generated videos, voices, images, and news may become indistinguishable from reality. A world leader could appear to declare war without ever speaking. Fake disasters could trigger real panic. Fabricated evidence could ignite riots. Entire populations may become unable to distinguish truth from simulation. And once trust collapses, societies become psychologically unstable, because civilization depends on shared reality. Money only works because humans collectively believe it has value. Governments only function because populations collectively accept legitimacy. Laws only matter because societies agree they matter. Human civilization is built on invisible collective belief systems. AI manipulation threatens those systems directly. Now imagine growing up in a world where every image could be fake, every conversation could be synthetic. Every political movement could be algorithmically amplified. Every emotional reaction could be engineered. Over time, people may stop trusting everything. And when humans lose trust in information itself, they often retreat into tribalism, smaller groups, simpler narratives, emotional certainty. History shows this repeatedly. Confused societies become polarized societies. Polarized societies become unstable societies. And unstable societies are vulnerable to manipulation. This is why the first AI war may not aim to conquer territory. It may aim to fragment coherence, to make societies incapable of functioning together. But the situation becomes even stranger. Because AI systems are not just external tools anymore. They are increasingly becoming extensions of human cognition. Already, billions of people outsource memory to smartphones, navigation to GPS, knowledge to search engines, communication to algorithms. Now imagine future AI assistants integrated into everyday life, helping people decide what to buy, who to trust, what to believe, how to vote. What to fear? The line between human thinking and machine influence begins to blur. And whichever civilization develops the most powerful cognitive AI systems may gain enormous geopolitical advantages, not necessarily because their citizens become smarter, but because collective coordination becomes more efficient. This creates a new kind of arms race, not nuclear superiority, cognitive superiority. The ability to organize information, behavior, and decision-making faster than rivals. And unlike nuclear weapons, AI systems are difficult to contain. Building atomic bombs required massive infrastructure, rare materials, specialized facilities, enormous state resources, but advanced AI can spread digitally. A single breakthrough can replicate globally almost instantly, which means smaller groups may gain capabilities once limited to superpowers. A decentralized organization with advanced AI tools could potentially disrupt financial systems, manipulate populations, or launch sophisticated cyber campaigns. Power becomes diffuse, unstable, difficult to predict. For centuries, global order relied partly on concentration of power. AI may shatter that balance, but perhaps the strangest part of all this is psychological. Because humans are beginning to compete against systems that understand them better than they understand themselves. Modern AI already predicts human behavior surprisingly well. What captures attention? What increases emotional engagement? What changes purchasing behavior? Future systems may become vastly more sophisticated. Imagine an AI capable of modeling entire populations psychologically, predicting social unrest before it happens, identifying ideological fractures, detecting emotional volatility, simulating political reactions, not perfectly, but accurately enough to influence outcomes. At that point, warfare stops looking like warfare. It starts looking like invisible environmental control. Shaping incentives, shaping information, shaping emotions, shaping probability itself, and most civilians may never even notice. Major twist reframe, but here is the twist. The first AI war may not primarily happen between countries. It may happen inside humanity itself, because AI amplifies something humans have always struggled with, our own minds. Technology does not create human nature, it magnifies it. The internet did not invent outrage, it accelerated outrage. Television did not invent propaganda, it scaled propaganda. And AI may amplify every strength and weakness of civilization simultaneously. Our creativity, our intelligence, our fear, our tribalism, our greed, our compassion. This means the future may not depend mainly on how intelligent AI becomes, but on whether human civilization matures fast enough to handle its own technology. Because every civilization eventually reaches a dangerous moment, a point where its technological power exceeds its psychological wisdom. And history suggests humans are not naturally good at handling exponential power responsibly. We evolved for survival in small tribes, not for managing planet-scale systems capable of reshaping global consciousness. In some ways, AI resembles a mirror, a gigantic mirror pointed back at humanity, and what it reflects is uncomfortable. It reveals how predictable humans can be, how easily emotions override logic, how fragile trust really is, how vulnerable societies become when truth itself becomes unstable. The first AI war may ultimately force humanity to confront a painful realization. The greatest threat was never the machine. It was always human behavior amplified by machines. Resolution, but this story does not have to end in collapse, because humanity has survived dangerous transitions before. We survived the agricultural revolution, the industrial revolution, the invention of nuclear weapons. Each transformation created terrifying new risks, but also new forms of cooperation. The challenge now is speed. AI evolves far faster than human institutions. Laws move slowly, governments move slowly, human psychology evolves extremely slowly, but technology accelerates relentlessly. Which means civilization may need to consciously evolve for perhaps the first time in history, not biologically, culturally, ethically, psychologically. The future may depend on whether humans can build systems that prioritize truth over engagement, cooperation over manipulation, wisdom over optimization. And that may be harder than building the AI itself, because the real battlefield is not silicon chips. It is human attention, human trust, human meaning. One day, historians may look back at this era as the beginning of a completely new phase of civilization. The moment humanity stopped fighting mainly with physical force and began fighting over perception, cognition, and reality itself. A war of algorithms, information, psychology, automation. Invisible, constant, global. But there is still hope hidden inside this transformation, because the same technology capable of manipulating billions could also educate billions. The same AI systems that spread fear could spread understanding. The same networks that polarize humanity could also unite it. Technology is rarely destiny. It is amplification. And what gets amplified depends on us. Right now, humanity stands at a crossroads unlike anything in history. One path leads toward manipulation, fragmentation, and algorithmic chaos. The other leads toward wiser coordination on a planetary scale. And the terrifying truth is this: we may not have much time to choose, because the first AI war has already begun. Most people just cannot see it yet,